Hey everyone, it's Chrissy from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I'm going to bring you something completely different, I guess. This is my build entry to the 5th annual BLF build competition. My one is the handmade one. I do have a video up of my entry from last year, which I never finished. This year's entry is looking like it could be the same because it's already... Take off my watch, I can show you guys. We'll see if you guys can see that. So Saturday the 28th of October. So it's gonna finish in Tuesday American time. I'm not sure, like that'll be the first, probably first or second, somewhere around there. So the second, sorry, so it'll be Wednesday in Australia when it finishes over there. So basically, so coming towards the end now. I started it a few months ago, and it kind of lost pace because it was supposed to have like a exoskeleton outside, kind of like it was supposed to have a wooden outside, and I've been looking for the wood for so long that I got preoccupied with that. And I don't know much about wood, so I didn't even know what to look for. So I'll show you guys the actual light where it's up to now. Alright, so this is it now. It's basically just plumbing parts, and I'm going to put electronics inside it. So you can see it's already got the driver in there. So I have done quite a bit of work to get this the way that it is right now. I don't know how long this video is going to be, because like the more work that they say you do, I think the better chance of winning that you have. So basically there are prizes that can be won. I'll leave the link below so you can see the prizes and whatnot. Yeah, so like if you only want to watch reviews, this video probably isn't for you, but I'm sure there might be a few people that don't mind watching this build. Yeah, so I might split it up into a few episodes, so it's easier for me to upload that way, but I'm not sure. The light's right above the camera, looks a bit weird. And plus I've got my other light hanging down right there. So yeah, today I'm gonna try and get it finished, but I can probably only stay for about 3 hours, so I don't even know if that's gonna be enough. But basically, next up, well, doesn't matter if I tell you what I'm gonna do right now, because I'm gonna put snips of other parts anyway, so this will be the intro, even though I've already done a few months worth. So I'll just explain to you now what I've done so far, and if I go back in the video I can just put something there. So I drilled in the hole out there, that's for the optics. It's a little bit too wide, so yeah, I drilled it and I made it like nice and flat and neat, so you can see it there. It's fairly neat. I cut down these parts here, so they were a lot longer. You'll definitely see this part in the video. And I cut down the end threads and I made them all work. Then I put a hole in the back here, which is a bit unco, for the button, for the radio clicky. So yeah, doesn't look like I've done that much work, but it's more so planning and organizing and stuff. I have done other things in between this, working on parts and heat sinks and whatnot, but right now we're going to work on a LED shelf for this light. So I got alloy that's 3mm thick, so I cut it down to fit about 20mm, and hopefully I'll be able to press fit it in there. So this driver is only press fitted, but it will have to be soldered on still. So yeah, this is a cheapo driver that I found, but it's mainly 20mm driver. I was going to put a partition board in there and use a 17mm driver, so I'll see what happens. Lucky I brought these bigger glasses because that alloy goes everywhere. I know that they're a bit foggy, but that's because they're blocked off at the bottom. And that alloy actually holds quite a lot of heat because when I went to pick it up after a few minutes, it was still hot and burnt me. So I better bring out my pliers. I can't see now. But these glasses are much bigger, but there's no ANSI rating on them, so I'm not too keen on them. I'll probably get like another pair that's this big, but that's properly ANSI rated, I guess. See, these ones here have a rating or something, ISO rating I think it is. So yeah, so usually I just wear these, but that alloy goes like everywhere and it was blowing in my face, so these were a little bit better. Alright, so my bench looks like a bomb hit it, but yeah, I might, instead of just sanding down these corners to make this round, I might actually angle grind the corners off because that might be a little bit quicker. So did I tell you guys the story that I just brought a heat gun after like so many years and I've already used up like 2 glue sticks like the same day? It's freaking awesome. Heat guns are awesome. Sorry, not heat gun, glue gun. It's so cool. Sorry lads. There we go. So I might just shave off these corners a little bit. That's probably too much. Just so I can kind of maybe get a little bit rounder. I'll probably use a hacksaw. Might be quicker to use the hacksaw. Probably not quicker actually. Won't be quite as loud, but I am as lazy as the next man, but this job probably isn't the best for the angle grinder. And probably isn't too good for you guys either. Gotta be secured better. Alright, seeing as the desk is full, I'll just hold the camera and I'll try and be as steady as I can. So I'm gonna move the soldering iron out anyway, I'll grab it out later. So the trick is to make this shelf fit, like, but not too small in a sense, because I gotta press fit it into place with a hammer or something. I just kind of gotta like get it small enough to fit around here and then press fit it in by hitting it down. So that's my aim right now, but you don't want it too small, because if it's too small then it's not going to stay in place. So it's got to be a little bit larger or the exact same size and you press fit it in. That's probably the hardest part right now. Alright lads, so that took a little bit longer than I thought. I don't even know when I started it. So I got it round and I press fitted it on there by just banging the shit out of it with a hammer, with a mallet, so it doesn't look like too bad. Last time I used the hammer and it was pretty bad. So funnily enough, I probably got to take it back out and just like make the surface. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's not going to be running high current or nothing, but I'd rather kind of make it pretty and stuff. So I'll see if I can even whack this back out because it was fairly hard to get in there. You know what, this is going to be really hard to get out now. I should have thought about this before I hit it in there, right? What can I use to get it out with? I did actually buy cheaper screwdrivers in case I had to do this, but I don't know where they are. Actually, I got a file. We can probably use a file. Well, you know what? Oh, where are you? So a while ago, when I was painting my girlfriend's house, well, not the house, I only painted a few rooms and it killed me. It's hard work. I fixed the bed with these M8 screws. One side of the bed broke, and I just put these in there and threaded them, so they're pretty fat. You can see they're pretty thick. Like, I went to the hardware shop, I was like, I don't want that bed to break again. So I got the biggest, not the biggest, but these are pretty big, you know? Like, this can hold like a lot of weight, so yeah. Even me, and I'm a fatty. So hopefully I can sleep on the bed. I'm gonna have to get that out to sand it down. Or else, like, if I don't see how it's not really that great there, I just want to kind of lightly sand it and then clean it. I'll tap 2 holes for screws on the side there, and then that shelf is done. And you guys can watch this, I guess. Probably wouldn't be the worst thing. You can watch on YouTube. Give you a bird's eye view. I should put the sharp end down the other side, right? Still stuck. Nah, it just came out. Wasn't actually too bad. It's not the heaviest mallet either. It's only 450 grams, so 16 ounces in ye old terms. That bit fell inside. There we go, that's out now. So we'll just work on this for a minute and see what happens. Alright lads, so what the hell was that? I dropped something behind my cupboard too. I keep on dropping stuff behind. I gotta like push it back further or something. So we'll do the handies here. Oh no, it's gone forever now. Some place there. Yeah, better off doing this by hand. You guys can't see anyway, but there we go. This is fairly fine, but not the finest. I've actually got finer grit here, but I'll finish it off with the finer grit. So that's not too bad. A little bit better. These do come with some sort of coating on it, so you either got to sand that coating off or use something to get that coating off. So if we see here how it's kind of a bit weird, that's got a little bit of coating, so you got to get under that coating. What do I have? Let's finish it off with. This is, I can't even see the grit. Let's undo it. P1200, so we'll just take off a small bit, don't need heaps, obviously. You can reuse it because I'm a tight ass. I don't know about sanding it in what direction and whatnot. I just sand it so that it works, and then I'm happy. So you can see there, scratch it up pretty good. Looks. She's pretty shiny, as you guys can see. I can do this side a little bit more. I'll do this side a little bit more. Sounds like there's something there scratching it. Either way, I can use whichever side that I want, doesn't really matter. And that'll be enough. So that's like so right now. So now we've got to put it back into place. It's too small. Alright, so there is a bit that is too big, but that's meant to be there for a reason, so we can press fit it on. So excuse my belligerence while I hammer this down. This is probably my favourite part so far. There we go. So it's not like the best seal. You can see a little small gap around this side, but it's not too bad. It's pretty shiny now. It's nice. So, now we will. What's it called? I've got a 20mm MCPB here. I do not know from where it's from. Is that even going to fit in, or is this one too big? Probably should check that first. Because the inner diameter might not be 20mm. Yeah, I'll make it fit either way. Sorry guys. So that's it there. It's going to be a pain in the ass if this doesn't fit. It's on the outside. Alright, let me try a proper LED. Alright lads, so a few hurdles now along the way. This is where the optics are supposed to sit, and it's way too wide, but I kind of like made it unco, so I had to make it wider to fix it. So the optics will kind of go in through there, so like they're not going to fit like that, but I do have optics with housing. It's got, I don't know what these ones do, some sort of housing or something. So I just snapped off the back here because it's pretty rough cut, but if we kind of like put that in there now, and now that kind of stays in, not perfect, but it will work, I guess. So I just got to probably grind down some of that, so I'll just put this on the bench sander now, and I'll take off some of that there, and we'll see if that fits together. Alright, so that was a horrible idea. That's nowhere near even right now, so I'm just going to finish it by hand. Should be a little bit better by hand. Take a little bit longer. It shouldn't be too bad. I think I've got snips up here. We'll try that. Big nasty snips. It's just as bad. Alright, we'll hit it, make it even. Not even at all, but that's okay. Put the optics back in. Yeah, so you can see the optics stick out a little bit further. That's what we wanted. That's fundamentally what we wanted, I think. So where's this part gone to now? This should tighten. I think the optics will have to come up a little bit further. The siding, sorry. Alright lads, I just went through my bag of goodies after doing all this work, and I found optics that fit it a little bit better, so it'll look like this. It's in there like pretty good, like you can push it out, but it's not too bad, and they're a little bit shorter than the bottom. So we'll put this on and then we'll test fit. And like, I don't think these optics are made for this emitter, but it might still work, maybe, who knows. I think I'm going to have to push down the shelf anyway still. Yeah, the shelf's going to have to go down a little bit more. That's probably the easiest way, instead of mucking around with optics, is just to get the shelf a little bit lower. I'll do that now. Alright, so that's that done. I should probably clean up these holes a little bit so the cord's don't get snagged and then broken. Alright lads, now we're pretty much picking from the bottom of the barrel here, I think. I don't want to break like a 20mm board, so I got a lattice bright board that I'm grinding down the sides to make it fit. I know, don't judge me, please don't judge me. And this driver that I'm using too is a highly expensive, top-notch driver. That is a piece of rubbish. I probably pulled them from the same light, eh? So I don't have any 20mm drivers, so my only option is to use a partition board, and then I'll leave the driver floating in the middle, which is a little bit harder, or just go with this one, which is a 20mm LED driver, but it's one of the cheaper ones. So yeah, so this light's looking worse and worse right now. So like, I reckon I can probably get it up and running soon enough. Like, I could probably solder this all together now, because that's kind of already in there. Not the best, but it's okay. And then I could have it running pretty soon, but the switch is going to need a bit of work, and to make the optics stay is going to be harder than I thought. My back and shoulders are about to give way, so I changed over the optics. Luckily I have a bag of goodies. I'll show you guys my bag of goodies. So I've got like spare parts inside here, and you can probably see my address on this one inside here. You might just pull it open, have like a random battery holder, some switches. So, but most of these parts haven't been used, probably for a reason. That's some old parts there that I can salvage, and it actually looks like a lit tail cap. So yeah, it's random parts. So yeah, I'm pulling out all stops here to get this done, I guess. Let's see how it goes. Alright lads, we're back now. It's 2 AM, so fairly late. I didn't work the whole way through the night. I ended up making dinner and whatnot, so I kind of bludged it some of the night. I got a few more things done, so it's now wired up. Not the best, but it does turn on, so that's really dodgy there, you can see that. I got to put something around that, like a washer. I got optics in. I went for another set of different optics that I had spare. You can see they're not the best, and that's just glued into place, but I didn't really know how else to place it. XPLHI, because that's what I had, and I shaved down the board, so you can see I had to shave down the board there. So yeah, but most importantly, if we put it back together, doesn't really matter which way it goes together, I don't think. Show me that. Wow, that battery is like way too low. Gotta fix that up. So I have to pull the driver out a bit, I reckon, if I want to use single 18650. But that's one more thing on the list to do. So we shall be here. So pretty dodgy driver, but it does work. You can see the light is now on and working. We'll try it outside. Optics are actually pretty cool. That's awesome. Cool as. Yep, so that's what I've been doing the whole night.